Ok, yo sé que voy a agarrar mucho hate de lo que voy a decir, pero tengo que decirlo. Cada vez que veía un latino, mexicanos, todo lo que sea hispano, latino, me enojaba solamente por verlo. And I noticed that. I noticed that I was not comfortable, and I will even get mad when I will see a Latino, una persona hispana. And you guys know my business. It has to do everything with Latinos, right? It's 95, not even like 97% of people are Latinos. And I will get pissed off seeing a Latino. And I realized that a year ago. And it fucking got me so pissed off. I was like, why am I feeling this way? I noticed that I was not feeling love towards my community, towards Latinos, and I had to do a change. I had to change something because that's when I started to get into more spirituality. I started reading books, and I really had to dig deep down inside within myself of why I was feeling hatred and all these negative feelings towards la comunidad hispana. That's when I started noticing how the outside world was affecting me. I realized that a lot of TV shows, a lot of movies, music, it has to do a lot of with colorism. Like for an example, a lot of movies, they will put una persona prieta, morenita como yo. Los ponían con with on a role that it was like La Chacha, La Sirvienta, someone poor. And people who were white, whiter skinned Latinos that look more Spaniards, they will be in a position in the movie with success, wealth, prosperity, love. And I realized that and I was like, huh, that's interesting. So I started noticing not just movies, but in music, shows, and even the news. In the news, most of the people who are always troublemakers, who are in gang members, who smoke, who are into drugs, is mostly either Latinos or black people. And the white people, anyone who look whiter, it doesn't matter if you're Latino, but if you looked white, you will be considered, it will be more like individualism. The white person was portrayed as like it's has to do with them and their personality. If it was someone white doing something bad in the news, it was portrayed like this white person is crazy, is something's wrong with them. But if it had to do with Latinos or black people or someone with color, it will be more broad, like this Latina person or this Latino. Look at these Latinos. Look what they're doing. They're shooting the schools. Shooting the schools is mostly white people, but um, that's not the point. But like drugs, like it will be more portrayed as a community instead of just one Latino person. It was like, look at these Latinos. So I was like, this is interesting how the media is giving us a story about Latinos with color. After I noticed that, I was like, huh. So that's where my mentality comes from. That's why I feel hate and I get mad when I see a Latino with color. Like me, literally, I'm the Latina with color, and I was hating on my own people. And I was like, this is interesting. So then after that, I started getting into reading more books, and I was like, this cannot be it. Like, I cannot be thinking like this because I am that Latina with color. I am that brown person. I was like, I have to change something because it just can't be like that. Like, something has to change. So I stopped watching those movies. It's been almost like a year. I haven't watched I'm very selective of what movies I watch because I realized that the movies that we see, TV, everything that has to do with the news, even music, it programs us of how we see the world. And so when I realized that, I immediately stopped watching a lot of stuff. I'm very selective of the music that I listen to. I'm very conscious of what I listen to and what I see, because that's programming my mind of how I to see the world and how to see the people, which in return is how I see myself. How I was able to turn all that around and actually love my people. I have so much love for my Latino community. I get so happy. You could see it when I'm at work that all that has changed. And that's because I became aware of the propaganda and all the social media, even social media, the news, TV shows, comedy, anything. How was that programming my mind? And what I did is I acknowledged that that was what was happening. And I immediately started putting seeds that actually benefit me, which was I love my Hispanic community. I love speaking Spanish. I love my brown skin. I love everything about the Latino community. I love the culture. I love the people. It is just so beautiful how I was able to turn everything around. And it gets me so angry that I was feeling like that for such a long time. And there's so many people who still fall for it. So be careful. Be careful what you listen to. Be careful what movies you watch. Because all that is programming your mind to not, I don't want to say like not love yourself, because if you don't love a person that looks like you, that means you don't love yourself. Be very conscious about what you listen to, what you see, what you hear, because all that makes a difference, whether you will love yourself or not. You have to be extremely conscious with what you listen to, with what you see, because that will shape your reality in here.